Hey guys, welcome to Cody the Car Guy. So today we're going to try out a polyurethane adhesive. This one right here, it's by Atwood. It's actually pretty good stuff. It seals pretty quick. It's kind of like the old 5200 and stuff like that. The Atwood one is called 7200. So now this one is an air box. It's actually like more of a diffuser type box. It's off a Cadillac. How someone can break it up into pieces like this, really, I have no idea how they can. But for some reason or another, all the local junkyards around here don't have any of these pieces anywhere to be found. So I don't know if it's just a part that everyone seems to throw away, goes straight to the crush pile, but they have busted this thing up pretty good. Cadillac wants over $200 for this thing, so we're going to do a fix and we're going to use this. This is going to be one of those temporary fixes till they find one on eBay. So as you see, it's busted up pretty good. But I'm going to tell you right now, this is a product, if you've got to make something work and do, this is the one to use. It's pretty much a permanent repair. Once it's done, even if you don't find this for a while, it'll actually hold up just fine. So let's go and see what we got. Now I will tell you this, once you open this up, it cures almost on its own anyways. Once you've once you've introduced it to any air in there, it's a done deal. So this is usually the reason we don't use this in cars too much. This is more of a marine product. But I've got boats and jet skis too, so I use this on both. And you definitely want to wear some latex gloves. This stuff seems to, if you even get a little bit, it just like goes everywhere. So anyways, let me get this cut and we'll start putting it on there. Now as you see, not only did they break it, but they managed to lose a major piece right there. So I happen to have an extra piece of plastic, so I'm going to cut this piece out. We're going to go ahead and glue it on there. I'll use a piece of duct tape on each side just to kind of hold it in place. Also, where they busted this one out right here, I went and just drilled a temporary hole right there so I can run a zip tie through. So once you get where this all is broken up, once you get the sealant in there, then you'll be able to just zip tie it and hold it together. And like I said, this will actually work just fine. That adhesive is pretty much permanent. It's resistant to gas, oil, any of the other stuff. It's going to be a permanent repair. So let me go ahead and start let me go ahead and start putting some of this on there. I'm also going to go ahead and cut this out, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Alright, now the other product I was talking about, this is a 3M product, the 5200 Fast Cure. Like I said, you can get one. Now 3M actually has it where it is in a little smaller tube like this. Then you have the one that goes in a caulk gun. So anyways, let's go ahead and get some on here. Go ahead and open up. First I'll bust it up. Pretty much just use it just like normal. Come all the way down the seams on this. This is kind of one of those things, if you got to do it and you have to have it. One of those ones you can use. Product that would absolutely get the job done. Now where it's cracked down here, you have to squeeze it into the crack, because once you pull it tight, you need it in the crack. Now we have it like that. We're going to make sure we get everything to fit into place. Then take the zip tie, come back through. Now any seams that are not finished, we'll go ahead and finish them up. Make sure you start with a clean surface too. Brake cleaner, clean everything out of it. Now when we're done tomorrow, we're going to put some little bit of paint on top of this and make it a little bit less noticeable. But this will definitely be one of those perfect fixes until you can actually find a replacement part. It's actually a very important part in your car. Where your mass airflow sensor comes through, so, and also this keeps out all the dirt out of your motor. So far so good. We're going to let it sit for a little bit, and then we're going to go ahead and put the other piece on that we just made. So make sure you have it all cleaned up, it's all cut out, ready to go on there. Once it's glued on, then we'll see how it does. Alright, let this dry overnight, and this is what we've got. So as you see, everything's dry and everything is sealed. So next thing we're going to do, we're going to go out to the car, and as this sits on the car like this, there's a vacuum tube that comes down right here. So we're going to go ahead and take this out there, and we're going to mark how it's got to be, and then we're going to come back and seal this up and get this back on the car. We'll go ahead and touch this up with some paint so it won't look so noticeable with the white. This is one of those adhesives that you really just, I mean, it can do the job and actually do a permanent job on it. So let's go ahead and get this finished up and get it back on the car. Now pretty much at this point, once you've got this down, you're going to take this boot off, and you're going to come back under and make sure this seam right here is filled. We got to add a little bit to it. We're going to go ahead and put this piece in like it's supposed to be. Now we're going to go ahead and seal this off, and then once it dries, it's ready to go. So I'll show you the finished product here in a little bit. Now pretty much that's what it's done right now, so I'm going to go ahead and sit outside in the sun and go ahead and help it so it can heal over. And but that's really what it's going to be. The only thing we're going to do different now is add a little bit of paint to it, but this will actually be a functioning piece now in the car. And like I said, couldn't find one in the local junkyards, so this one had to be repaired. So it's one of those things, when you got to do it, man, you try that polyurethane stuff out. It's way different than using any kind of silicone based sealants and stuff like that, but this thing's more of adhesive and it's a permanent fix. So anyways, we'll put it back on the car and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, hey guys, this is pretty much what the finished product looks like, and like I said, I went ahead and painted some of the sealants, so I mean that pretty much shows you it's back together, and I mean it's pretty much where those are sealed is not going to break again. It's not going to come apart. That stuff is pretty much permanent. I mean, I'm pulling on it, nothing there. The little piece right here that you saw me make is all in there, and it's ready to go. I was going to show it to you on the car, but I decided to go fishing. It's such a nice day down here in the south. You don't really want to see this on the car anyway, so I'll catch you on the next one. Love Video 9 videos. Oh.